like the most amazing shipment I've ever received.
Welcome back to My First Fish Tank. Glad you're here. This week's video is going to be a little bit boring because I literally had like 4 days of doing almost nothing, but there was a lot of progress for the plumbing of the SCA 120 gallon. Let me just start out by giving a shout out and a chagrined face to my friend at Rogue Aquariums. Check him out. I'll put a link in the description below. He was just like, hey Matthew, why don't you just hard plumb the whole system? And he was absolutely right. Check out his YouTube and give him crap because he is building this 600 gallon behemoth and he's not been uploading videos. Now he's very busy, but give him crap and tell him how much you want to see it because it's going to look amazing. I started this week thinking that I was just going to hard plumb the overflow to a Herbie style, and I changed that to I'm going to now hard plumb the whole system. So this week was awesome. I learned so much, and I went to so many plumbing stores and made tons of online orders, and I learned the difference between like PVC and ABS, and I have never, ever hard plumbed a system before. So this is my first time hard plumbing. By the way, these videos on YouTube have a 1 to 2 week lag time because the members of My First Fish Tank, they get these videos 1 week before everybody else. So if you want to get these videos earlier, there's a couple things you can do. One, just go to myfirstfishtank.com and become a member. It's free, and then it gives you access to the members only tab, which is where the videos are. So you can be able to see these a week before everybody else. Also, if you follow me on Instagram at myfirstfishtank, I post there 1 to 3 times every single day. So you're going to have basically live updates. Hey, don't forget we post a new video every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so subscribe and turn on those notifications down below. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to the video, everybody. Happy reefing. Okay, it's finally time to turn the attention to the SCA 120. So the first step is definitely going to be the plumbing. Okay, so here is the plumbing that comes with the SCA PNP system. I'm actually going to change this, but I'll explain that in a second, okay? So up top here, your the water goes in the overflow, and then you have the Durso Standpipe. A Durso Standpipe has been in the hobby for quite a while. How a Durso works is the water line stays right above here, and then there's a little hole in here to prevent gurgling sound. But a Durso only works as long as there's not too much flow, because as soon as there's too much flow, what ends up happening is the water and the air start mixing and you get a really loud gurgling sound. So the pump they gave is probably perfectly sized to work with a Durso, and I'm going to use this pump for now, but eventually I'm going to upgrade this to a DC pump and I'm going to be pushing a lot more flow through here. So the Durso probably won't work for me in the long run. Here's how it works. Durso, water comes over here, flows down, goes through, this is 1-inch tubing, goes through the 1-inch bulkhead, put this on here, clamp it, and then this flexible tubing goes into the first stage of the sump, right? The middle bulkhead, because there's 3 bulkheads here, the middle bulkhead is the return, so it's again 1 inch, goes up the PVC out to here, and then these adapters go 1 inch to 1/2, and then out to the 1/2 lock line. And then the third is just capped. With a Durso, there is no emergency overflow, which makes me super nervous, but evidently as long as you maintain it, it's okay. So that's just capped and goes down to here. I am not a plumber. Everything I've learned from plumbing, I've learned from YouTube. But everybody tells me that the 1/2-inch lock line is going to be insufficient and that I want to upgrade this to the 3/4-inch lock line. So this is the SCA 120 sump. It's about 54 gallons, I think. And I've looked at some of the older videos, you know, like CJ's aquariums and stuff. He totally redid his, which I'm not going to do. I noticed over here in this model, it looks like, all right, they sealed this baffle in all the way, making this a dedicated auto top-off reservoir, of which I'm completely fine about, right? And I'm actually going to install a Herbie-style overflow. And this will be the primary Herbie right here, and this will be the emergency drain over here. And I'm only going to hard plumb this one side right now. All right, so we're gonna put a union right below so I can easily disconnect it. Then I'm gonna do a couple 45 degrees, no 90-degree elbows. The gate valve will be right here, followed by another union, and then we'll come down to here. I put this in backwards. It can actually be used this way if you wanted to go right to left, but I'm just gonna take this opportunity to turn it since I've decided to hard plumb it anyways. Okay, so I just picked up this yoga mat on Amazon. It's super cheap, 1/4 inch. Are a little bit horrified that I'm doing like a poor cleaning job. All I'm doing is I'm just dry plumbing the SCA 120 system using the included plumbing. And I'm doing it for a couple reasons. One, I just wanted to see what it'll look like, but two, I also want to make a video for any beginner who might purchase this system so that I can show them exactly how to put it together using the equipment that it came with. I've decided to hard plumb the entire thing. Now, kind of ignore all the different words on here. Basically, I'm going to use unions everywhere I can. I'm going to use ball valves, gate valves. What I'm more interested in is the overall flow. So it's a Herbie style, okay? This is going to be the primary. This is going to be the backup. Here's what my sump looks like. It has a dedicated RODI compartment. Water comes down here, big skimmer and media reactor chamber, small fuse chamber, and then a return. So my overall thinking is the primary have a gate valve. It will go into this first chamber here, and then for the return, it's going to come up. It's going to be a union, some soft tubing here, and then it's going to split. It's going to split up to the return, and then it's going to split and have a manifold with as many as possible, as many valves as possible. And then it's also going to come back down to the first chamber so I can have a closed system by just shutting this off. Look at all the different types of PVC cement and primer, and not one of these is clear. Like, why do they only have purple? Here's what I'm learning about bulkheads. So this is an ABS bulkhead, which I had no idea recently. There are PVC bulkheads. They are really hard to find, and they are way thicker. So I thought what I would do is I would upgrade this 1-inch ABS bulkhead to a 1-inch PVC. But my tank is pre-drilled, and the opening's only 1 3/4 inches, so the Schedule 80 PVC won't work. So I am a little bit worried about this bulkhead. It seems okay, but the biggest fail point, evidently, on hard plumb system is the bulkhead. So I went around and I looked at all these different stores, and I couldn't find anything. So I ended up going to Bulk Reef Supply, and evidently they say they have a bulkhead that's a little bit stronger and a little bit thicker. So I went ahead and ordered 3 of those, and hopefully that will work. I also learned that you don't use PVC primer and glue, you use a special ABS glue when gluing these together. Never, I mean never in my wildest dreams would I've ever thought I could be excited by what is inside this package. Oh, yeah. Look how beautiful. 2 true unions, 3, 4, oh my god, there's so many. 5, look at these, Schedule 80 couplings. Oh look, another one here, and even some other parts.
This is like the most amazing shipment I've ever received. But enough of that. Let's start plumbing, huh?
Don't forget we post a new video to YouTube every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so subscribe by clicking right here. If you'd like to build your first saltwater aquarium and or get these videos 1 week before everybody else, go to myfirstfishtank.com. The link should be right here. Follow us on Instagram at myfirstfishtank, and why don't you check out this video? It's probably alright. Happy reefing, everybody.